on 1 second. There you go. Hold on.
You there?
Yep, I'm right here. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing blessed, man. I can't call it no better.
All right, that's cool. So before we get started, where you originally from?
Man, originally I'm from North Carolina, but when I was young, I was like 9 years old, I moved out to Indianapolis. That's where my name, Navs King, kind of came from. You know, that time.
Okay. All right, how long you been doing music, man?
I've been doing music since I was really like 7 years old, man. But I started putting money into it in my teenage years, maybe like 14, 15 years old. I ain't never had no father figure, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
what I had to do for my mother.
All right, I get that, man. So, what's you got like a little southern accent. What's going on with that?
From the Carolinas, man.
Yeah. But what's far as like music wise, where you start kicking off at? Like where you get your where you start to put your name out at? Like how that started?
Man, it's a long story, but like I was in high school and I had a situation going on with a lot of people not liking what I was doing to begin with. And I had this one teacher that was in health class, and she basically was like, "You don't do no work in here, but I see you always writing in your Bible." I'm like, you know, this is what I want to do. This is my career. This is how I feel. I feel like I'm
before I forget to just mention, my goals are something that I'm trying to make achievements. I'm tired of dying out, life ain't nothing but pain.
A homecoming, and
Okay.
I ended up getting connected with Webby's cousin, and I linked him in, had him to come out, and a lot of people in high school didn't believe, you know, what I was doing. They didn't believe I had to plug in like that. It just went from there, man. Once that went on, started having a little bit more hate, you know. Of course, that came along.
Yeah.
Now with the career, how far it's went now, everybody want to be on my side, and those same people want to be on my music.
Yeah. I bet because they see the growth, bro. Like when you grow off of stuff and you too focused on trying to better yourself and better your living situation and everything like that, you know, you always gonna get the crazy part is, and this coming from experience, you know, the crazy part is the people that you probably had like some petty beef with, them be the number ones that supporting you. And the ones that supposedly love you be the ones that, you know what I'm saying, that show a different side.
Yeah, that's real shit. You know, the main thing that's my thing now is like, I had people to do the same thing with the beach situation. I've had a couple of situations go down, and it didn't turn out how they wanted it. I had one guy. Basically, he wanted to come at my house at like 1:30 in the morning. Man, this is some real nigga shit. This is crazy. My kids were asleep, and he wasn't into music like I was, but he wanted to record, and he ended up you know, talking at the mouth when I told him, like, man, my kids sleep, you know. I got things to do, and it went from there. He like, fuck your sleep, fuck what you doing, your name out here, but I want my name out here. It went from there to my partners in the back always heard, you know, the conversation.
Yeah.
And it led to another situation. And he always, every time he see me, he be like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, man. I don't want no smoke. I see that you got your shit." I'm like, "Man, I always told you that. My kids, I'm a down for."
Yeah. But yeah, man. But as far as production wise, who you get your beats from?
Man, I got this cat. You know what's crazy is how all this shit going down with all this war across the country with the UK and shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you shit, man. I got this dude out of UK. It's SB Beats. It's this dude named Paul. He be sending my beats to me all the time, dog. He really connected me one time. I think it was 2 years ago. I had bought a beat for Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And, he gave me a deal. I bought one for free. And actually, the song is out on all platforms. Anybody can go check it out. It's from my homie Tommy Hall.
Yeah.
It's called On Me. And when I purchased that beat, from then on, he's just been giving me beats ever since. After he heard that song, it was like, man, you golden. And actually, he works with OMGPs. He works with them, winning board. It's great.
All
It's
right.
great how I can, but to get to where I'm at now, man, it's a blessing. I can't call it no better. I do want to say it's all thanks to this dude out here in Indianapolis named Kamal.
Okay.
He's a security guard. He's a, ETC. He do whatever.
Yeah.
He connected me with Boosie and shit. And it was a long time ago. I was like, man, I need to get my CD out. You know how people is, and this is for all the local artists out there, man.
Yeah.
Always have your shit mixed and mastered. Always make sure your craft is taken care of and is properly taken care of.
Yep.
Because I went up and I wanted to take my CD up the booth. And my dude was like, Mom was like, nah, man, it's not like you need to wait. Get your shit right.
Yeah.
You're going to see this in plenty of time. Don't worry about it. But me as a local artist at the time, I'm like, man, hell no. I got to go. Man, crazy. Because
Yeah.
the chest guy, you tripping. But in all, Boo gave me his management card. And then it was like I kind of stayed around the camp. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
I ended up at a birthday bash. Behind the scenes of the video. I ended up at his crib. I got 4 songs with his team. Shout out to SBE, SB Mikey,
Yeah.
SB CJ,
Oh, no.
Jazz. Man, we got some shit going. So.
Yeah. The crazy part is, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I did a song with Young Blue 4 years now. It's called Stressed Out.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at your Instagram and I couldn't believe SB and them. I seen them when they was like, when they didn't even have no records out. They ain't had nothing to push. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a thing where they was about to work with Boosie, but they had like their own little local songs, whatever going on. And so I was like, that shit was crazy. And this was around the time when Boosie first had dropped what was that? He came out with that record, The Truth. You heard that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Letter, The Truth.
Yeah, that was before Blue had dropped that mixtape with DJ Drama. I ended up paying for a hook from him. Yeah. So I was like, I was shocked to hear you say that you got your connection with Boosie and everything like that. But
Yeah.
what's
It's really deep. Like it's more than rap now. We all like family. Like y'all definitely stay tuned on the. I got 2 videos coming. From the camp. It's a major deal. I run with the Cat Heavy right now, and I gotta give them a lot of salute because I really at the prices that they gave me.
Okay.
A lot of people don't get that option. You know what I mean? And shout out to Bootsy Uncle Kirby. You know he be checking in on me all the time, seeing how my kids is.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? And I appreciate a lot of love from them for being able to do that. 'Cause, you know, like a lot of rappers, you see them going to these shows. For example, Boo and Webby, and they got a lot of people trying to kill them, or trying to start a fight, or trying to do whatever it takes to get to these people. And had to show my wife the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I pulled up on the stage behind the scene, and I let her see the opposite side. You know, we was in the crowd, but then we hopped out the crowd and got on the stage, and it was a transition and let her see how people act. It's crazy, man, but it's definitely a blessing for me to have these opportunities.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, with that being said, shout out to Super Unit, Savage Life True Entertainment, Top Yellow Management. I ain't gonna show too much.
Yeah, that's something personal, yeah.
Contract with Savage Life and True Entertainment. We're gonna try to do some management work with Derek Levy's brother. In 2019, I had an opportunity with Soul Central Magazines out of London. That's why I was saying about the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up being in the magazine.
Yeah.
Number 76.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Which had also had many. It broadcast for Manny Pacquiao and many more.
Yeah.
They did that pay-per-view fight. They did a broadcast in the same magazine. Like I said, man, it was amazing, man. In 2019, my dude Kamal, really dude, for me, he told me about Soul Central, and he was like, man, let's go out to the Vegas Award. I ended up getting nominated.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is I ain't know who was there.
Okay.
And ended up, he was like, you know who's on this roster, right? I was like, nah. He was like, you get nominated with some major people. That's what's on my website.
Okay. All right, yeah.
I got nominated with Floyd Mayweather and his mother. That was a big fucking, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep.
So, Freshfield, I got nominated with her and her husband.
Oh.
So, you know what I mean? Like, all this, like, it's crazy. Be up in this room full of people like this, like with Sony. I had Warner Brothers, I had Disney. I had Sony there. Be real with you. Some real shit on the show. My mother passed a year ago, man. 2000, maybe six.
Sorry to hear that.
Last year, you know what I mean? Do the cancer, figured up meetings until we meet again, man. And then my brother just passed this year. Man, not too long ago. It was like a few weeks ago, man.
You're doing. But you got to think about it like this, bro. Everything you're doing right now, it got to be a success. It got to be a success. It got to be a success. You know.
Exactly, man. I'm a father of 6 kids. I got to keep moving.
Yep.
You know,
That's how it
goes
goes.
on. I got going. They was proud that I was doing the shit. You know, my mom always was at the shows. Like, I used to perform at the little Max Bar out here in Lansing. I used to perform at the little thing downtown. I forgot Green Door. I performed at, you know, the law.
Oh yeah, I heard about you. Yeah, they talk. You know what? It's this right here. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna go ahead and brief something to you real quick. Here in Lansing remind me of Grand Rapids, Muskegon. Muskegon is where majority of like the Detroit scene kicked off from. Because at first, I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. We never was about no music. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I seen it from the early '90s till the early 2001. Muskegon is where Blade Icewood originally is from. Let's say that. Yeah, so it's like he brought that there, and then everybody else picked up. You get what I mean? And now today, this is what you get. You get a lot of little Blade Icewoods. That's what you got. You know what I mean? You got, you know, you can hear it in the music and everything like that. You can tell the difference from a rapper from Lansing, a rapper from Arkansas, Grand Rapids, anything like that, from a Detroit artist. Because all of them sound similar, but they all got different styles, the way they promote to the music and everything like that. So it's like our heat wave is different. So that's the reason why I created my channel. It ain't just for a local Midwest artist, from everywhere local artists, up and coming or whatever like that. Because you never know what you're going to get nowadays. You feel me?
Right.
You know, and I got a success story off that. You ever heard of G Herbo?
Yes.
Lil Bibby?
Of course.
I went to Chicago with my partner, actually with my cousin Mike. We started Machine Entertainment music group.
Okay.
that was our way of trying to get some positivity in our life and kick off the right way. You know what I mean? And through that time, I had to become a rapper until we found some rappers. So that so it was, you know, I kept it a buck with them. Out of that whole deal though, us in Atlantic, we did a joint. We did a what was that? A 2-year joint feature with our Machine Entertainment music group with Atlantic Records, and we gave them Bibby, but we kept Herbo. But after a while, when I was starting to drift off somewhere else, and my cousin ended up dying, we had to make a best situation for him, because you know he was the star of it. So it's like right now, I'm not saying I'm trying to get back up, but I'm trying to get back where I was at. You get what I mean? So that's so that's.
Shit, I'm trying to do again, cause you know I had a good Instagram page, but somebody had hacked my shit.
I seen that. Yeah.
Had a lot of followers. It had a lot of photos from a lot of places. Of course, me cooling that boot crib, me chilling and doing things in the studio, whatever. Me being in Los Angeles, me being in Las Vegas, me being in many other places. You know what I mean? Just the main things you're supposed to put on Instagram. But you know, the main thing I found out, I went out before I went to go do some shit again at boot crib. I went to Atlanta to go to Authentic Empire.
Okay.
And I went to them about a little conference, you know, seeing how things work, their distribution deal, trying to work with a distribution deal with them, doing multiple things. And they told me, you know, just posting vacation shit on your page. Yeah. Most entertainment people don't fuck with that. A lot of local artists love to do that. They love to show their vacation doing it. And this love to them. Y'all, we can't do that no more. You know, the entertainment, they want, you know, what you doing, what you can do for them. Yeah. They want not more of features, but they want more of us being on bars. You know what I mean? Like us giving out music, us giving out us.
Yep, that part. But far as what's the future wise for Naps, man? What we got going on? What's the future wise? Like what we doing? Is we looking? Okay, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. You probably already know this, but I can give you a detailed selection. It's a difference between a record deal and a publishing deal. You know that, right?
Of course.
A publishing deal is I highly recommend this to people that already been on radio, but you never know what'll happen if YouTube pop for you first, because you know YouTube is the radio now. I'm being real. Yeah. It's the radio now. You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's more. It's more talking on the radio station now than they playing music, because they already know YouTube done took over. And
you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, man. This radio shit is garbage ass music on the radio.
Thank you. I ain't the only one to feel that way.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
The radio, man.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, and I'm gonna tell you this, the young generation really kicked it off for YouTube. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, they kicked it off. Like, I remember when artists would post music videos on YouTube and only get like 500 views, but it was like, I just heard this same song get played over 10 million times before I even park my car into the Piggly Wiggly. Seriously, that's how we're doing it? But it's like, but as the times went on, you know, everything started to transfer. And, you know, always tell artists that's the up and coming. It's like, you always got to think highly of your work. You know what I'm saying? Right. You have to. And you got to, and your first official album, they got to be your baby. They got to be that one that made you stay up until like 6 o'clock in the morning finishing it. You know what I mean?
And you see, that right there, not trying to cut you off, but like you said, how in your word, reminded me of a while back when I met up with T-Rail. Yeah. And I was sitting there chilling. I'm like, damn, man, there was nobody in the crowd. None niggas just doing his job. You know, his work before he did his show. Yeah. Man, that's my dog. I be supporting him heavy. I gotta get a song with dog. So eventually, a few years later, man, I ended up with him. So I look in your eyes, and I gotta get that. We gotta run that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
My dog running up too.
So hold on. This was before everything that happened.
Nah, I mean, it was in between. He was still starting his buzz.
Okay. All right.
You know, he still started his buzz. It's on my website as well. It's on YouTube. It's
Yep.
on all platforms. Like I said, it's Kings of Power. Look in your eye.
All right. Oh yeah, man. Hold on real quick. Let me talk to the camera. Y'all make sure y'all tap into my boy, man, on YouTube, man. Get them subscribers up. Naps King. That's NAPSKING. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap in.
Tell them to look up Kings of Power. KINGZ.
Kings and Power too, also. And make sure y'all tap into that website. Kings and Power. Is that .com, right?
KingsandPowerTheMove.com.
KingsandPowerTheMove.com. Y'all make sure y'all tap that in, man. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all listen to his music. I think you got wait a minute. You got 2 albums on there, and then you got. I think you had like a Kings and Power little song you put out too on there.
Yeah, little videos, couple little videos up there.
Video.
Actually, I did that website all by myself.
Hey man, you gotta learn. As you coming up, you building. You gotta learn other things yourself too, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Trust me.
Man, that's the key. That's
Yeah.
definitely the key. A lot of people be lazy, man. They think going to the studio, spending all this money, then they got a hot record. Now they got to go and spend this money again to go get another hot record. Wait 6 months, finish that album. The money you made off that album, go put it in promotion, marketing, investment. You know, don't go spend it in the studio trying to get another hot record.
Yeah, and another thing too. You know, I tell artists this too. You know, I tell all the artists. You check out my interviews. I tell them all. I was like, I learned this from Jimmy Iovine and Jarek Houghton. Jarek Houghton is actually the president of Empire. Jimmy Iovine, y'all already know he's the Interscope legend. You know, they told me this one time. It was like, if you decide to, because you know I was dropping mixtapes back to back. I done worked with DJ Drama, Cooking Soul. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done work with. You know, and you know they always told me it was like your catalog is your retirement plan.
Yep.
That's your retirement plan. See, people don't really be up on it. A lot of young artists, I tell that to, they be like, man, and these artists that done established, they still up and coming, but they got millions of views and all the rest of this crap. You know what I'm saying? They paying their bills off of YouTube pretty much right now, and they didn't even know that. They catalog is their retirement plan. Everything that you do right now, always keep that in the vault. You know, you know about the LLC, but the LLC master is that if somebody put King in any of their stuff after you, they got to pay you to use that word, because haven't nobody done it. You get what you catching on? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I got my
That's why.
Go ahead.
That's why all my 95% of all my shit. Only thing that ain't registered is stuff that ain't really. Everything else is registered. I always play smart with that. My Naps King is registered shit. That shit's tatted on my arm if it ain't on my chain. You know what I mean? It's registered in paperwork. Yeah, you definitely gotta have your shit, you know, lined up for certain, man. People out here to get anything, shit.
Yes, sir.
They can steal from an interview on some real shit, take our words from an interview and make it a song.
But you know, they can go ahead and try that, and you know, they can.
Right.
They can try it.
It's that deep though. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's that deep.
Yep. And I always make my permission slips too. Is everything between us, it always gonna stay between us. That's how I go. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go, man. It's you know, in this music business nowadays, bro, you have to, like you said, I believe that too when you say Boosie and Webbie and them like family, because you know, a lot of people will be trying to guess what their relationship is, but it's like you can't guess something. They from the same hometown. You get what I mean? And it's like I never seen, even the time when, you know, when I went to Atlanta to get that, actually, it was when Blue was on his way to move to Atlanta to get that hook laid down. I was like, all the youngsters around that time when it was Blue age, that we needed that young, all of them got along. I thought all of them was signed to Boosie. He was like, nah, bro Webby, bro was such and such, bro was such and such, and it's like all of them got along. You know what I'm saying? Like real brothers, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm under the super unit Savage Life to the same shit as well, you know?
Yeah.
Like, shit, yeah, definitely. Like, it's crazy, but, you know, no matter what, we all family.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it is when you complete a relationship with a business, it's better off. Just sit there just being a dick and saying how about the money.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how it always got to be, man.
Like I was about to say earlier when I was sitting in the room when I was saying with Sony and Disney and many more. From Sony, dog, I can even have people to bounce. I had offered a $16 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is I told them no because they wanted all my right.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Now they could take one of my songs off the CD and make $30 million. And I'm just stuck with $16 million and they would have made $30 million off of one or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not how, you know, you gotta play smart.
Yep, and you play the golden move right there too. And that's one thing I want to throw out to the youngsters real quick is like what they don't what they don't understand is that some people jump for money. Most people jump off of respect. When you say your rights, that show work, that show sweat and tears. You know, everybody know like every studio you go to is not golden and it ain't air conditioned out and ain't nice with white pleather seats and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know you got to get that basement thing going first, and you got to understand like that hit you could have gave them if you wasn't, you know what I'm saying, wise in the head. That could have been that same $30 million song that you sat in that basement and you made. You feel what I mean? You know. So it's like
they got all this money off of this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm no, hell no.
No.
It wouldn't be right. Because see, people don't understand. You can take that $60 million, yeah, we from the hood, yeah, we ain't had shit. But at the end of the day, if I take this $60 million, I'm gonna go buy me a house. At least I'm spend $30,000. Then I gotta take for my cameraman, pay for my travel, pay for my motel, pay for my, you know what I mean? It just, the list goes down the line.
Yep.
Of course, I don't want no rental. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
I want some real shit. Like I said, I want to buy a house. So therefore, at the end of the day, there's no way $60 million is gonna last.
No.
Hell no.
It's a new age, man. I remember when go ahead. Yeah, man.
No, it's just your gas.
Dude, you ain't lying. Shit. You gonna need about $200 to fill up 2 cars now. Not even 100, about 150 to fill up one. Shoot, the way this rate going, shoot, that is gas money. Try driving from Sony to back here. You gonna that's over.
It used to take like $40 to fill my shit. Now it's like $75 to $100. It's crazy.
See what I mean? You can't even be smart on the cars you buy now, man. You got it. It's either.
Hey, got the little gas thing on this, save on gas.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, man. What's the? You say in Lansing, like, so what is this? Lansing like a second home, third home? What up? What's going on?
My mom, I was in a bad situation. I was down home in North Carolina now.
Okay.
I had left Indianapolis and went back down to North Carolina. And I was doing bad. I was moving too many drugs, getting in too much trouble. Let's go down the line.
Yeah.
I had to get out.
Yeah.
And my wife came to me and she was like, listen, I'm pregnant with 2 twins. And I was on the phone with my mom at the time. I ain't had shit. My mom was like, you gotta get out. And I took everything in my home and I burned it.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed my washer, dryer, my TV, I sold it. Got $300, put my family on the bus, moved up here to take care of my mom, which was real cheap.
Oh, okay.
Had nobody.
Yeah.
From there, just go on. So when I went in the Guitar Center, that's where I was coming from the mall.
Yeah.
In the Guitar Center, and he was like, listen, I'm in here for a moment.
Yeah.
The blessing that you see me here.
Yeah.
Like, with me, he had heard my music.
Yeah.
He was like, here, take this number. Like, who's this? Like, that's Eminem's first. That's Eminem's DJ. That's Eminem's promoter, DJ, whatever.
Mm.
And when he first got the Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, how you know this? Is this Rick? And he was like, he started showing me all the pictures. And I'm just like, damn, you was Spice One, you was Snoop, you was,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The shit went on, and I was like, okay.
Yeah,
And
man.
then, ever since then, it's been brotherhood.
Yeah. And we definitely got to stay in contact too, bro. I'm going to give you my personal number, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, my whole thing is this right here. It's like, I don't want to be, I never been like the dude that been like in the light. I mean, I get invited to the Grammy little events and everything like that, little BET events every once in a while.
My bad to the fans. I do want to say I'm sorry. I was supposed to have been at the BET Awards, but I had a family issue.
That's
and
understood.
then, like 2 days later, I had a birthday for my little son to turn 3, so I took him out to Chuck E. Cheese, man, to let him have fun since I ain't get to go to BET Awards.
Yeah. You know, I do all that, but it's like I'd rather be the person that sit back. You know, I learned this right here because I don't know when you start doing the roads and everything like that, but I started doing the roads like in 2005. That's when I started traveling and going everywhere. I realized, like, you know, if you don't have a legit team where everybody is working, this was my mistake. Me and my cousin mistake. If you don't have a legit team where everybody got a job and them just your partners that want to leave the neighborhood for a while and they come with you, that's a bad idea. So it's like, that's a bad idea.
Go and party and have a free motel with free food, but don't want to.
Yeah, and you know, it get crazy, and it was a lot of falling out behind that. So afterwards, after everybody went away and everything like that, bro, I just started doing YouTube, and I was like, you know what? It's more rev in this shit than it is actually recording a damn record. I mean, I could think so. It's like, yeah, you know.
It's great.
But so it's like I started my channel because DJ Ghost. You familiar with him? The YouTuber DJ Ghost. Yeah, yeah. That's my partner for real. That's my homie. I knew him when I was like I stayed in Los Angeles for like 2 years. So I was like I've been knew him before he started doing YouTube. He encouraged me to do it because you know I always tried to get him to, hey man, you should react to such and such and them man from down the way, bro. They don't live too far. I'm like, they coming up. They got numbers. He was like, why don't you start your own YouTube channel and you do it? I was like, you know what? You right. And then he looked up after quarantine because that's when I popped off, man. I started after quarantine. So my channel, it went up real fast. He was like, you got more interviews than I do. I was like, hey, man. I can't, you know. Yeah. Yeah, my first interview was with K Reno from Texas. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one that got 107.1. I don't even know if I told you that or you looked into it. I got my own podcast radio station through 107.1 Sirius XM and Shade 45. I'm only breaking underground up and coming artists records, man. No mainstream artists. I put Snow product out. This kid named Easy Mill, Cutthroat Mode. Yeah.
Hey, let's win.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, so after I played it on air, you know, they all got little situations. You know, some got bigger followings. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I was like, at least I did my part. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So don't, you know, I tell every artist this too, man. Any new video you got coming out, it don't matter if it's auto. You feel me? Holla at me. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking that back up.
I just dropped my wife's song, Only For You. It's on YouTube right now. Under Mr. King.
All right.
But definitely we can get to that one. And I just did. Everybody, I actually was on this that Yo Gotti dollar challenge.
I seen it.
Everybody wanted to, everybody wanted me to do it. So I did it. And then I had motherfuckers say that I did the code out of everything.
Yeah, I heard that in my DMs.
I'll let the fans tell me what they think, but hey, if y'all fuck with it, tag Gotti, tag, I know the deal.
Yeah,
Tag 'em.
yeah. Somebody, one of your fans, I should say, DM me because I had posted that our interview thumbnail up on my wall, and they DM me on my Instagram instead on Facebook and was like, "Hey, you did that dollar for dollar joint too." Cause it's a female down in Florida, go by the name of Boss Man Bree, and she did the dollar for dollar too. And he was like, "Well, I tell you what, why don't you do a mixed reaction review?" And I was like, "That sounds smart as fuck." You know what I'm saying? Play your verse and then switch it up and then play her verse. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? All right, and let the people judge on YouTube. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never done that before. I never even thought about that.
To the top of the globe, till the whole world knows my name, and then in the brightest light, then I'll be alright. To the top of the lungs they scream, with a crowd so big I can see a thing, and I can't stop now, no, 'cause it's all I know, trying to take it to the top of the globe, 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 trying to take it to the top of the globe.
Before I forget to just mention, my goals are something that I'm trying to make achievements. I'm tired of dying out, life ain't nothing but pain. Every time I look at different nurse, I think of my name. My shit is BC, ain't nobody else like this. Come on, stop trying to check, you can't like this. I'm so